and welcome back to Nihon no Madoguchi with your hosts, Domo
And Marty,
and this is our second episode, the second
second
episode of the podcast. We're making
already,
headway, y'all. We're making
right?
headway.
Being
Right now it's episode 2, and before you
yeah,
know it's gonna be episode
three,
52.
yeah,
It's
52.
gonna be 1 year if we do it every week, maybe.
Optimism. Every week,
Optimist.
you're optimist. Every month, better.
Better. So look forward to episode 12.
12, yeah, 12.
Eh,
Episode 12 is gonna be in 2023, and probably we're gonna broadcast it during a nuclear fall or something like this.
Ooh,
Who knows
yeah,
what is
living
gonna
through
happen?
trouble.
Uh,
Mm.
But today there is a new feature, which is you can see our faces, which is the first time. Yeah, because we're recording live, and you know why? That's because editing only the audio, it takes a lot of time. So,
It's
beg,
true. It's true.
yeah, we are sorry, but you have to deal with our nice and probably ugly faces, and we hope we will entertain you with this episode. So we have a lot to catch up to. So let's start to. So how is it going, Domo? How's your life going in Japan since last time? So a lot of things happened, right?
Yeah. Since the last episode was quite some time ago.
Yeah,
A lot of things have
a
happened.
month and a half.
Right. Quite some things have happened,
Right.
right?
Tell
Since
me
then.
about
Um, one of those things is
is.
uh, I no longer have a girlfriend.
Oh, oh damn.
Yeah,
What happened?
that is it's tough. It's tough.
Oh,
Quite
I'm
quite a quite
sorry.
a quite a few things. Like it's kind of, I don't want to go too deep on the
Uh,
podcast about it,
right.
but yeah, like last Sunday,
Uh,
we had a call, and
mm,
we talked, and decided that it would be better if
to just stop it.
we just stopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it's it's a little bit of a sucker, but
it is what it
starting
is.
with a bang.
Hey,
Starting the
what's up,
podcast with a
man?
bang.
Yes, sir. Woo! No,
Yeah.
no, I'm
That's good.
good.
You good?
You guys, I'm fine.
You good?
Don't
You
worry
good?
about
Yeah.
me.
Don't
I'm
worry.
fine.
Yeah. It was
Uh,
a joint decision. It was not like out of the blue. Were there some talks before, or it was just, you know what, it's not going to work out very well.
well, if like by before, if you mean like a year ago, yeah.
I see.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
like there was talk. It was like I was still in
No.
America at the time,
Yeah.
so we were doing like
Long
real
distance.
long,
Yeah.
and it was kind of tough. It was tough. It was rough.
Mm,
But we decided to keep going. I was going to be
right.
coming to Japan, and we'll be able to see each other.
Mm,
And now that I'm here, I made it. However, we're still
long
doing
distance.
long distance.
Right.
He's on a different island than I
Yeah.
am, in a different prefecture,
It's
like
about 700 kilometers, something like that.
something along those lines. I don't know
It's
exactly how much, but
1 hour by plane.
1 hour by plane,
Right.
4 or 5 hours by Shinkansen. It seems like
Which is
4 hours. I'm sorry.
quite
Uh,
expensive as well.
About 200 Nimayen,
Yeah.
something like
Right.
that. So,
Round trip.
uh, nope, one
No?
way.
Oh, one way. So it's basically 1/3 of your monthly salary just to see her.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's tough.
So
Yeah,
a lot of look,
yeah,
here, this and that just added, like it just piled up to where it was just like
too much.
uh too much, and we were just like we should definitely,
Yeah,
like we wanted to talk about it, make sure we both felt the same way about it, and
well,
we did, and so here we
mm.
are.
So you took the initiative, or was it something that came
I
from
I
her?
I did take the initiative
Right.
because she's not one to take the initiative.
Mm,
Uh, so if I didn't take the initiative, it just would have dragged on
right.
uh for quite some time.
I see. Yeah, long distance is tough, man. I feel. I mean, I've lived through the same thing, and not the separation yet, hopefully I will never. But I lived through the same thing. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So yeah, I mean, to a certain extent now you're free to experience even more like the life of in Japan. So
This is true. This is
yeah,
true. If you look on the
yeah,
bright side, I'm
yeah,
now I'm single again.
yeah.
I'm single again. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been single.
Right.
Now, like,
You're
what do
still
I do?
young. You're super young, and you can enjoy. Now you can fully experience the snack culture. That's like because you have
That
this
is
kind of
the
flirty
yeah,
nuance that you
yeah.
have in a snack. So now you can experience it. So
It's
I
true.
guess that's a. I mean, we are. I am sorry to hear that, but at the same
No, no,
time, like
no. It's okay. I've already done my dues with it. I'm
you
good.
just let it
Yeah,
go, and
yeah.
you're gonna find a nice
It's like
saga prefecture girl.
we'll see. We'll see.
You're gonna
Gotta
be
start
stuck
Tinder
there
back
for
up.
50 years. I don't think. どうだろう?
Gotta
That,
start Tinder
that
back
does
up.
it work like for fun? When I was in Takachiho, I used it. I mean, I not use actively used it, but I activated my profile just to see, like in the middle of the mountain, the radius of how many people were using Tinder. 4. So you better match, otherwise you pretty much in a weird position. Or maybe I mean Saga City. How is it? Is it big? I never went there, so I have not really an idea.
Naga City is where it's the capital of the prefecture, so
Right.
it's a pretty big place
Mm,
actually. And however, if like I don't have like Tinder Gold or anything,
mm,
like where you can like look at the map and it shows you how many people are in places and stuff like that.
right.
Uh, but from what I've seen so far, because I did download it like yesterday,
Right.
um, it's most of the people are they're in Fukuoka.
Oh, that's
So
far. That's
yeah,
far.
yeah. So like a lot of the people that come up on
Mm,
the list are people in Fukuoka. You'll get
mm,
some people in Sasebo or Imari. Those
right.
are in Saga.
Mm,
Maybe a few in Saga City. I haven't seen too many from Saga City.
I see.
Uh, I mean, I've even gotten a few in Ureshino as well.
Mm,
Uh,
not bad.
but not a lot, not a lot. And
I mean, it's
if
pretty
you
flag.
if you remember anything from our JTW days, my Tinder success rate was very very low.
Right. I mean,
I,
it's not. Japan is not the best for Tinder, I would say. It's not
not
the. It has a different usage than. I mean, especially what you have in America. I think in America it works really well. In Europe is Mama. It's not. It depends on where you are and what kind of span of people you're aiming to. For example, young people or rather than 20, 30 people, 20, 30 years old people. But yeah, in Japan, it's more like it's a little bit exotic, I feel. Like it's foreigner. I use a lot Tinder, but Japanese people tend to find different ways to meet. That's my feeling from what I've heard.
no, yeah. I
Mm.
think you're definitely right. Like I've known a few people who've used Tinder
Right.
and have seen great
Mm.
success from it's even in Japan.
I mean,
Uh,
they were probably white and tall and French. And
I
I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about myself.
know I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
But I'm just now there are a couple of what we like to call baddies here
Right.
in National,
Oh,
that
really? It's like
I could
more
that
like
I could pursue if I
uh
choose to.
right.
Um,
More
but
alternative kind of thinking and alternative kind of way of living.
wait, what? What?
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
alternative thinking and living?
I mean, compared to the normal like
Uh,
mindset of the
uh,
Japanese. Not talking
is
about like hippies kind of stuff. I'm more
no, no,
about
no.
like for Japan. Yeah, we have to contextualize. For Japan, it's a little bit like even if you're thinking a little bit like outside of the
Oh
box,
yeah,
you're already quite an outcast.
that's true. Is that what you think baddie means? Is just to clarify?
No, I just wanted to dig deep in what was your conception
Uh,
of baddies.
no, 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 no. I literally just mean they look good. That's just
Ah, I see.
that's
I
just the
see.
way
I see.
we in
Still
America like to,
superficial.
very very
Right.
superficial.
Right.
However,
Right.
and hopefully she doesn't watch this. My supervisor,
Oh.
she
That's risky territory, risky business because you have your face as well. So
oh, oh, oh,
yeah,
all I'm gonna say
she's a
is
beautiful woman.
she is a beautiful woman,
I mean,
and
that's a compliment.
she does think
Outside of the box.
outside of the box. You know, not like your
Right.
typical Japanese,
Mm.
but she is Japanese. Like it, like
Right.
you like the way she acts, and because she's Japanese. However, there are some things that
Yeah,
like her kind of mindset is different.
that's a layer of culture that you cannot avoid. You can even Italian or French people, despite the fact that they think outside of the box, that there is still a layer that you have been grown into. So it's quite normal. You know what? I feel like you should hit more like izakaya or snack places, like interact with people. And you have a good place because since you are in the municipality, you can just go there. Just I want to meet you guys, people. I want to exchange. I want to enjoy
Hey,
the life in Ureshino, so you can like expand your network, and you will eventually find people to have a nice chat with. So should be fun.
this is true, but right now, going to the izakayas
Difficult.
is a little, yeah,
Mm.
it's a little, it's frowned upon, and
Uh,
especially at my job. So I work at the
right,
city hall, and they deal with all of the measures and stuff.
right. Oh,
You
they
know,
have
they're
an
like,
embargo still.
yeah, like the mambo,
Maembochi,
you know,
so
yeah,
the
mambo, yeah. So
semi-state of emergency.
yeah, so right now it's still in active until the 6th of this month. So in 2 days it'll be over.
But they
Um,
want to extend it. I think here where I am, they already extended it, or we are expecting it to be extended for another 3 weeks, which is a sucker. But it's really, really bad.
if it Saga is on the better end of the COVID kind of
Oh,
spectrum.
I see.
There's not we
Too
don't have too
many.
many
Oh, oh, you froze. You froze. We don't have too many.
new cases.
Yeah, we don't have too many new cases. Yeah,
We don't have too many new cases, so it's
I see.
I don't think it's gonna be getting extended or anything like that.
Which is good. Yeah, you should definitely hit some like more like social life in this way. Yeah.
It like there are quite like actually in Ureshino
Hmm.
they have too many snacks. I'll
Yeah,
say
you
that.
told
Like
me last time. Yeah.
so it I have a wide variety to choose
Oh,
from if I
interesting.
so
But
want
snack,
to go down that route.
there is kind of an old feeling to snack though. Is there
It
izakaya as
is.
well, or where you have like more young people meeting as well, or you have like snacks
Uh,
where izakaya where young people go as well?
I don't know if there are any per se because all the snacks I've been to so far, it's only
Right.
two. They've been I've been with my coworkers who
All right.
are in their 30s and
Uh,
40s. So
more
um,
like
I'm assuming
late
those are
feeling.
like the snacks that they like to go to.
Right.
I'm not entirely sure where if there are any snacks that
Mm,
young people like to go to or any izakayas as well
right.
that I can just pop into be like, hey, what's up?
Just eat it, yeah. I mean, you're pretty social, so as soon as you get in, you will pretty much be able to manage to exchange with people. I'm really confident about that. That's also the feedback that I had from. So, by the way, I was able to help my wedding. So I'm now
Oh,
officially, yeah. Thank you. You were there, so don't act
oh,
surprised.
oh, oh,
Oh,
oh.
you were my best man.
Oh,
But
Oh no.
he's acting surprised. Yeah,
Damn.
so
Got me.
yeah, no, we're gonna probably leave the wedding talk for another time because I think we can dedicate a whole episode, just a special episode about wedding. But yeah, that was the feedback that I had from all the people that you were able to talk with. It was really nice and Shaku Tekina kind of person, which is like sociable and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there were really a lot of people impressed with like how you were able, like you how you say, you broadcasted a nice feeling, like a friendly feeling. So yeah, well, I'm really confident you just hit the izakaya, you're gonna be a banger.
I feel good that they said these
Yeah,
good things about me.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
nice. It's
It
nice.
was really a nice bloke and everything. They were really impressed by it. So kudos to you.
One of these days we'll get to go to karaoke all together.
Definitely, definitely. I met Yuki. I mean, yeah, no, let's keep the private for a not
Yeah, yeah.
recording wages. But yeah, so a little update from my part. So I got a part-time job in an
Oh
Italian
yeah.
restaurant, which does
Mm.
also izakaya, and that is why I was a little bit saddened for the mambo, so the semi-state of extension, the extended. But yeah,
Mm.
it's really nice. I went to it there last week, and I saw that they were looking for part-times and baito, they call it here in
Mm.
Japan. So I was like, uh, "Are you still looking for someone to work with you?" And it was like, "Yeah." Are you serious about that? And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." And where are you from? I'm from Italy. Oh, so they were like quite pleased. So yeah, I started last week. It was the trial, and I was successful. So at least I can feel a little bit my time while I'm still looking for a job,
Mm.
which is really, really like time consuming. The looking for a job in Japan, especially if you go for the normal route, which you have to apply to a lot of people, a lot of places, and then you have only a short time you can do it, and you have to. It's not like you have to write a cover letter, which is good, but the other side you have a lot of meetings, a lot of like information gathering, a lot of like prepare preparations in a month, and
Mm.
then in 1 month you will have the proper meetings, interviews if you're selected. So you have this pre-selection phase, and boy, I'm lost. Like the amount of information that you're bombarded with just for one or two companies, it's crazy. Like it's really, really crazy. Like they ask you to provide a lot of information, and of course you're a foreigner, so you don't fit in the cases that they are prepared for you. So every time you have to think about, for example, I was in the Japanese studies course, so how do I translate it into an understandable way for Japanese people to set into this like question and answer kind of format. So yeah, just started. It started 3 days ago. So the 1st of March was the beginning, and I was like, whoa. So my schedule is pretty much filled. And in the meantime, I can do this part-time job, which is really banger. It's really, really nice. So doing the waiter stuff and kitchen stuff in Japan is another world. Like I was not prepared for that completely. Because I did some waiter stuff, some waiter work when I was in university, in college.
Mm.
But doing it in Japanese and also the way they do it is quite different. There is a different rhythm, a different pace to it. And also you have to remember all the ingredients and all the like preparations that are in Japanese. So it's like
Sounds tough.
a rapid course. It's good because there is not a lot of people. So we max out at 12, 14 people in the restaurant. So you don't have like 50 people to cater to. But at the same time, like you have to remember, for example, when today we did like zensai, they call it, is appetizer, and
Mm.
there were like, I'm not kidding you, 8 different things in the same, because it was like this mini thing and mini thing and mini thing. And then the master goes, okay, this is this sashimi and salmon sashimi and Thai sashimi, and then you have and then you're like, okay, I will try my best, and I did 7 out of 8. The eighth one, I never remember. Mexico, it was a small fish, small, yeah,
Oh,
and I never got it right, so yeah, that's
but you
funny.
made it through.
I made it through. I made it through.
Yeah, it is. And I think that's
Yeah,
a testament to how dedicated you
yeah, yeah.
you're
I
like,
try
all
my
right,
best. I try my best.
all right.
But up to now, I was working with my senpai, so the people working there. So they basically do all the delicate stuff, and I'm just doing the robot stuff. So bringing in the dishes and cleaning and cooking and everything. Tomorrow, I'm alone.
Ooh,
So that's like the fire test, fire trial. So I'm begging all the gods that I won't fuck up, because that will be pretty
you
bad.
got it. You got it. You got it.
I
It
will
does
take
sound
it.
like a lot, though. It does sound like a lot,
I
but
mean,
uh,
on one hand, it is, and on the other hand, it is not. Like I feel like it's quite demanding effort-wise, but I feel like if it was not in Japanese, I could handle it pretty easily. But the Japanese just one up everything. It's like
it
you just
adds
have to
a
bring a
whole.
dish to a, and you're like, okay, you have to remember everything, and that's a challenge. That's really nice. That's a nice experience that I really recommend for people doing it, but that's challenging, definitely challenging, because you don't want to fuck up, and you always feel like maybe I got the order wrong, so I make the master cook something, and then it's not the
Uh,
thing. It's like you have to redo it, but it's not like you can do fast. Everything takes about 15-20 minutes to get prepared. So every time it's like is the is the real deal. You cannot fuck up.
uh, no, I get it because I work at the city hall.
Right.
So like and right now I don't really do too much like of the actual like administrative
Right.
business, like dealing with sales or like
Mm,
that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Uh
Technical stuff.
no technical stuff. I don't answer the phone
Right.
or anything yet because
Yet.
apparently I will be doing that and
Yeah, the phone is red. Like
and they're like and there's a proper way to answer the phone in
yeah.
Japan, and
お電話ありがとうございます。
especially in a like
市
a
役所
kind of
in the
like
municipality.
right this yeah, government type position, right? So
Right.
you have to hit them with hi denwa arigatou gozaimashita. Then you hit them with the like the city, the place, in the
Oof.
Ureshinoshi Shiakusho, and then you hit
Yeah.
them with the department name,
Right.
Kankosho Koka, and then you hit them with
Ooh.
then you hit them with your name,
Ooh.
Yamamoto this,
Mm.
Yamamoto to imasu, some stuff like that,
と申します。
and then uh, from there, that part actually isn't too bad. At first, like getting used to
You
saying
have
it
to
and getting it
memorize
rough,
it.
it's kind of difficult. But once you get past that,
Mm.
that's the initial part, and that's good. Like
Right.
once you get past that, it's cool. Then you have to the
Understand.
next the next part, understanding what the other person has to say. Now they said they're gonna like start me off with doing phone calls within the building. So from
Right.
different departments, like
Mm.
so someone from the welfare department calls,
Mm.
I'll pick it up
Right.
and they'll probably be looking for someone. They probably won't be looking to talk to
Mm.
me. They'll be like, oh, is the Kacho there? Oh,
Yep.
Kacho-san. Yep, he's here.
Yeah.
And then transfer the call. But once I start answering calls from outside of the
That's
shakusho,
the fun.
then it starts to get real because then you start talking to old people who
Oh,
speak
right.
thick
Right.
accents and
Right.
and I can barely understand the people in the office when they speak their accents. And I'm not ready for
Nope.
that. So maybe like after a year and I have maybe
Oh,
some
nice. You have some
years
time.
time,
I
I can get used to it and I actually use it myself. Once I can use it myself, then I know
Right.
I can understand it.
Uh,
Um, but every day I'm always like discovering something new about the
mm,
dialect, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm
yeah.
not ready. I'm not ready. Like I can't.
I like this
Yeah,
stuff.
and old people speak real like they don't speak clearly. You know, they just speak fast and slur their words together.
Usually
And
they're missing some teeth as well, so they're speaking with this from don't understand.
so I'm like, yeah. But if I can, I can probably even right now probably handle calls within the shaksha, within the city hall,
So bad.
because a lot like unless they start like getting into detail about something specific
Right.
that they need someone for, like
Mm.
I have no idea what's happening in the
Mm.
city hall. So
Right.
if there's like an event that needs to be
Just
planned,
transfer it.
someone's the tanto, and they're like, "Oh, Domo-kun, do you know about the event of this day?" Yeah, sumimasen. Yeah, sumimasen, sumimasen.
Yes.
Wakarimasen.
Kacho. Kacho.
誰か助けて.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately, I won't have to have these kind of calls. I will just handle reservations. But the
Mm.
thing is that, like, I cannot take the decision. I have to ask the master. He's the one working with the restaurant who's gonna sit where and if we can take them. But yeah,
Mm.
I'm dreading that moment where I have to properly, and it probably is gonna happen tomorrow. So right in the middle of you can, yeah. So yeah, I'm prepared psychologically, and I will just force on my Japanese accent just to mark the fact that I am Italian, so at least you're partially excused if you do a fuck up.
No, yeah, they'll be like, oh,
Oh,
they have a foreigner working at the Italian.
right. That's
Oh,
a PR.
he's
That's a
Italian.
PR stunt. Yeah,
Oh,
but not on the
they're gonna
phone
like.
because they pay.
It's true. This is
Yeah,
true.
but up to now, I don't feel like they really care. I'm quite
Mm.
surprised actually. Like up to now, I see that they are quite kind with my service because of course you're gonna pick something, you're gonna say something different, and so they're kind of feeling, but they're not like this astounding or mesmerized feeling. Like oh, there
No,
is a wider. It's like they don't give a bloody hell about. Oh, there is an Italian. Yeah, who cares? Give me my food and just shoo shoo
yeah.
shoo shoo.
They're here for the food and the experience.
Yeah. Sometimes they ask you where you come from. Sometimes you don't really care. It's just like you feel like even when you're explaining the dishes, you're like annoying them. So you just okay, just please enjoy your food and go back cleaning my dishes.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even now, like I've been in a relationship for about 4 months now,
Right.
or about probably going on five. It's what, March now? About
Mm.
5 months now, and
Time flies.
time does fly, and I
Mm.
think everyone has just gotten used to me being in the
Right.
shop now. It's just like,
Mm.
oh, it's
It's a
Domo.
domo.
Now like every now and again, like when people come to the shop show, they'll walk in and they'll
Right.
look and they'll see me. They're like, they'll do like a double take.
What?
What is this?
Is a
Like I'm
foreigner?
just kind of like
Or is he
I'm just
black?
like sitting there. I'm just sitting there like,
Right.
good
Hi,
job.
that's me.
Right. And they'll bow back and then keep leaving and
Right.
then keep walking away while looking like,
That's
huh, okay.
weird guy. Huh? That's fancy. That's exotic.
Right, like especially in Ureshino, it's like what?
Mm.
What's this?
Yeah. But you went
Uh,
on TV, so people saw you, right? Like
Based off
they
like
should be used to it, no?
well, the program, it was broadcast on TV for 2 weeks,
Right.
3 times a day. So
Oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Three times a day for 2 weeks, Domo was on TV. That's
they
some
should,
torture.
if if they watch that channel, then they
Right.
should see me at least once.
Mm.
But there's a possibility that no one
I've
watches
I've seen you.
the
Right.
the Hoto station. Yeah, so
Mm.
like
I see.
I don't even watch the Hoto station. Like I knew
That's
I knew I
local
was gonna
news.
be on it. I knew
Mm.
I was gonna be on there. And I
You didn't
stood.
watch yourself live?
I did. I watched the very first one.
Yeah,
After that, it was cringe. It was cringe. Like I was like,
I guess so. Yeah.
it's like I was like we watched it. We watched it in the office on the TV.
Right. Mm.
So except for the only person who saw it was my
Mm,
supervisor because she went with me to the
right.
recording.
Mm,
So everyone else hadn't seen it. So everyone
mm.
like gathered around. They were watching me on TV. I was like,
Hey, Stumble! It's Stumble-kun!
oh, I know him.
So did
uh,
someone shout you, like, say hello to you while you were walking on the street or
no,
something like it? Does it happen to
not
you?
yet, not yet.
No?
There has been one person who says they saw me on TV.
Oh.
But it wasn't like on. It was like I was in the city hall, and they're
Mm,
like, "Oh yeah, I've seen you. I seen you on
mm.
the whole station." So people have seen it.
Right.
Um, that's.
But they're
I
shy.
think. I also think there was this one guy. So in Ureshino, since the Ureshino city is separated into two small towns,
Right.
Ureshino Machi and
Mm,
Shiota-cho.
right.
And in both of those small towns, they have a shiakusho.
Mm,
Uh, so we had to go to Shiota to record it. I
right.
work in Ureshino Machi. We had
Right.
to go to Shiota to record the broadcast.
Right.
And maybe a few weeks after that, we went to Shiota to do
Mm,
another kind of like meeting with the people
right.
um who recorded who did the
Mm,
broadcast.
the broadcast, yeah.
And, yeah. And there was a guy. He was like, "Oh, Domo-kun." And I was like, "Oh, hello." And he was like, he walked over real slow, and he's like, "So look, um, my wife wants to be your friend." And, and I was like,
All right.
okay.
All
He
right.
was like, so there's actually this Italian restaurant literally
Really?
right like 2 minutes away from my house
Mm,
by foot. And
right.
me and the AOT who lives in the city,
Mm,
we went there for lunch one day because he
right.
had never been, I had never been, so he wanted to try it out.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently that guy's wife was also there
There.
on the day that we went, and she saw
Right. Uh,
and recognized me from the hotel
from
station.
the, and she didn't
And
tell you anything.
no, she didn't say anything. No,
Hey.
I had no idea. I was just like, he told me he's like my wife wants to be your friend. I was like, I mean, okay, but I don't know her. Like
Right.
he's like, no, she saw you. I was like,
Okay,
when
you can befriend her.
in, in the in the Italian restaurant. I was like,
Uh,
I did go
right.
to an Italian restaurant, but I did not. No one
No.
said anything to me. He was like, no,
Mm,
she saw you, she noticed, and she was like, oh yeah, I gotta be
I
his
see.
friend.
Why not? But she can come to the cafe, right? So the international, like,
Yeah,
cafe
yeah,
thing that you were doing.
she can. I don't know if she would, but she can.
I mean,
Uh,
that's a good way to get introduced to like the sociality of Ureshino. Maybe she has some friend that is looking for a young American, so you can, hey,
oh,
knows.
what's also interesting is apparently she's very well known
Oh,
in Udashino in the sense that she she she's very friendly and she
mm,
rubs elbows with many different people.
right.
So if we became friends, I would likely become friends with a lot of
A
other
lot of
people
people. That's not bad.
in Udashino, which is not bad. No,
Mm,
I haven't talked to them since. Um,
mm. Have
but
you exchanged like the mail or something?
I didn't do anything per se, but my supervisor who was with me, she sent the guy who came up to us,
Right.
she sent him an email with my
Right.
contact information, like
Mm-hmm.
Facebook stuff. Maybe she
I
did
see.
message me and I just haven't seen it, because like sometimes it'll,
Oh, yeah,
it
it
just will
goes
pop up. You have to
unseen.
like go into the thing and find
Yeah,
it.
you better check your message. Maybe you have been contacted already. But
We'll see.
they're friendly, like friendly people. They're really really friendly. I feel like.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely, I need more friends now. Like,
yeah,
I don't really do too much of anything
right,
nowadays. So
right. So
the closest.
you don't usually. I mean, like the state of emergency does not really help, but you don't really go out and meet people. You don't have this kind of
Not,
occasion.
not too much. Yeah, National is not. It's not
Mm,
the party place.
right.
Aside from all the snacks that they have
Yeah.
here, there's really not much else. They have pachinko. You can find your
Oh,
pachinko.
don't
This
go in
pachinko.
pachinko. You're getting hooked, and then you're gonna lose all your money. It's not
Uh,
funny going to
I,
pachinko. That people don't talk to you. They're just playing at their slot machine. So better
I've
not
never
go.
never been to pachinko, so
Me
I don't.
neither, but you can see from the windows sometimes you like these people
Mm,
just endlessly feeding the slot machines. Not bad, not a good environment.
no, but I mean, there are things you can do like during the day. It's just the nightlife is pretty.
Yeah.
If I wanna do any like night things, I
Mm.
probably have to go to Tokyo, which is the city over, or
Oh right.
Saga City, uh,
Mm.
or take
Yeah.
the bullet and go all the way to Fukuoka.
Why not? Why not? You can meet
No, no,
some old people.
yeah.
I mean, old people. Sorry, old friends.
No, yeah, no, most definitely. Uh,
Mm. Yeah, I'm planning to
I,
go there probably. I would like to come to Kyushu in next month or
mm,
in May.
it's perfect time because
Yeah, I would like to. I don't know if I
every-
can, but I would like to.
uh, all the everything's starting to bloom, especially in April, March, end of
Yeah.
March, April kind of time, and Ureshino. I haven't seen it in the
Mm.
spring, but I know it's gonna be beautiful because
Like
everywhere I
Sakura
go, it's just
opening.
dead trees. It's dead trees
Uh,
everywhere. So I'm like,
yeah,
when spring
yeah.
comes, it's gonna be
But
beautiful. I know
I'm gonna be there.
I'm gonna be there. I
Yeah. It's about
know what it looks
it's
like now.
gonna start in 2 3 weeks apparently.
Yeah, yeah, not
The
not too
Sakura
far.
blooming and everything.
Mm,
Yeah. Like here as well. Like here is I told you in the previous podcast as well, but there is nothing. Like it's really like a field between two big cities. But there is one thing. There is dead trees. A lot of dead trees. And those dead trees won't be dead for long. And I'm really, really looking for them. Like I'm super hyped. And
no, yeah.
we had a call. I mean, we had a chat today with the master of the izakaya I'm working in, and he was like,
Yeah.
yeah, spring in here is really, really beautiful because you have really a lot of like cherry trees blossoming everywhere. A lot of it's gonna be a lot of drunk people
Oh
doing the
yeah.
hanami because they are allowed to because the state of emergency prohibits you to drink in the
Hmm.
restaurants after a certain time, but no one prohibits you from drinking during the hanami. And since they are
Yeah.
pretty much frustrated because it's already been lasting for like a couple of months, so I think they're gonna be wasted so badly.
No, yeah. I know last year, I think the like maybe they were in a state of emergency, so they were
No,
told not
no.
to do. Oh, they weren't?
Mm.
Okay. I don't know if it was either at the beginning of like when COVID kind of started. Like they said don't do hanami and
Sure,
everyone did hanami.
of course.
Uh like it was I mean hanami's nice. Hanami's
It's a
nice.
nice,
Uh
yeah. I like the
you sit up,
yatai, the food stalls and everything.
oh
Also
yeah.
nice.
Sit up under the
That's
tree
really.
and get
Mm,
tipsy. Eat some
yeah.
yakicho. Like yeah, it's chicken on a
Mm,
stick with some beer.
yeah.
Perfect.
What? That's
Perfect.
perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I'm looking forward for the nice season so badly. Like the winter, I don't like winter, but the winter
Mhm.
here has been pretty gray, I would say. So it did not snow here, and
Ah,
it was really moody all the time. I'm really looking for spring to just go back some energy, just and
yeah,
then
boy.
doing the shukatsu and I mean the looking for the job hunting and studying for the GLPT as well. Yeah, I don't know if I can pass it on July though. I'm gonna try my best, but I feel like the level of the GLPT one is pretty steep. I don't know if you have the
It's
same feeling.
like yeah. So with the JLPT, um, like at this point, I'm just taking it just to take it. Like
Right.
there's no like obviously in the future for Shushu Katsudo and
Right.
like for that job thing,
And
Like
one
it'll
is
definitely come in handy.
and one is
Um,
the way to go.
but like in July, like I feel like I could probably pass it if I gave it 100%.
Right.
But I have zero yaruki. I have no
Uh,
motivation
right.
to even study for it. And
Study for
like
it.
right now, uh, what I am like focusing on is the kanken, and the
Oh,
kanken, uh,
not bad.
kanken is just cool. I just like
Right.
kanji. Like
Right.
I personally thoroughly enjoy like studying for that. But like the JLPT is just studying it. I would just be doing it just to do it. Again,
Right.
it has its uses. However, I won't be doing any job hunting for
Mm.
the next 3 years.
So you have time to
So
pass it
if I
if
get
you're
it
done.
now, in 3 years go by, I might not even be at the same level
Nope.
as in one anymore.
I see it.
Uh,
I mean, at
so
least you have the proof
yeah,
if you
it's
have
true.
done one.
I took it. I had that level, so I can get it back. Kind of proof, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so no, I do definitely see the value in it, and I do want to
Mm.
get it. Like that is a goal. Get it one or
Yeah.
something.
Mm.
uh, and I was gonna do it this January, but I also found this other test called
Oh.
the Moji Ken,
Oh.
the Moji Kente, and there's a lot of fucking.
Yep. Let
There's a lot
let
of
me
tests.
let me.
There's a lot of tests. A lot of skin in Japan.
Right.
And the Moji Ken is basically like it's basically like a JLPT but for Japanese people. Um,
To
it's
see if
like
they to attest that they can speak a good Japanese. They can write a good
like
Japanese.
good
Yeah.
Japan, but
It's even
what
better than.
what's crazy is it's much easier than the
Really.
JLPT
Really.
in the sense that
Oh
it's
wait.
computer based. Oh,
Yeah. She arrived, so it's gonna be the editing.
no, yeah.
And let me just move. So you were talking about the sorry for the brief interruption, by the way,
No,
but you were talking about the Japanese test. So the Moji
yeah,
Kente.
it's called the Moji Kente, and
Mm.
it's so the contents of the test include it's basically like it's almost similar to the Kanken, but
Right.
um it doesn't focus so heavily on kanji first,
Mm.
and second, it there's no writing element.
Oh,
So
nice.
originally the Moji Ken used to be called
Mm-hmm.
the Kanjuku Ken, which was
Kanjuku Ken.
basically like almost exactly like the Kanji Kente, but they focus more on jukugo
Mm,
rather than individual kanji.
I see.
Uh,
Words
However,
and
I think someone bought out the company and changed the name. Uh, and
that's
now it's the
funny.
Moji, and
Right.
now it's the Moji Can, and now it focuses on kanji,
Mm-hmm.
bunpo, keigo.
Right.
Uh, it
It's
also
like
focuses
of
on
business
Luigi
Japanese kind
Taigo.
of.
Yeah, yeah, some stuff like that. But the thing is, and this is what makes the test so very interesting. I don't think
Mm,
I've seen a test like this in Japan. It's you can only take it online, like on a computer,
I see.
and two, uh, they have this like so for most tests like the JLPT or the Kanken, they have
Mm,
books that you can buy
right.
and help you like try to get ready for the test. And but for this particular test, they don't have any books. They don't have any, like past problems that you can solve. Uh, they but they do have this kind of like application that is called the Moji Soko or something like that. And if you inside the application, it has all of the levels, and then it has all of the questions for all of the levels. And I think I'll be doing level 3. Uh, so I'll click on level 3. It has everything and all the different levels and all the different questions. And if I can do all of those questions, I can get 100% on the test because the questions on the test come directly from that app.
I
And
see.
I was
I see.
like, what? I was like, all I do is to study all this, and I almost basically guaranteed 100% if I memorize it. And
That's
it
not
was like,
bad.
yeah, and it's
Why
all
not?
multiple choice, so it's just click,
I see.
click, click. And I was
And
like,
how many times a year can you take it, this test? It's like it's like the GLPT that you have like okay, 6 times in a year, every 2 months.
oh yeah, you can you apply in starting off, you apply in January, take it in February. I applied in March. I mean, I actually applied late February. But normally you would apply in March and then take it in April
Right.
and apply in May, June, do
That's
that
not
kind of
bad.
thing. And it's like, even though it's like being like studying for the test is cake, because all of the answers are literally in the thing. All the questions are in the thing. I think it is actually going to be really beneficial to my Nihongo,
Yeah, definitely.
because it has keiko and stuff in it.
Yeah.
And not that, like, even at the shiatsu they don't expect me to use keigo.
But it's always
But
nice to know it.
bare minimum, like, itadaku and goran kudasai, stuff like that, like
All right.
basic stuff, baby stuff. Uh,
I see.
like, it's like that's basically, I want to use this test as a supplement for like Japanese studies and stuff, because it seems interesting. The interface is pretty nice.
Yeah.
The only thing about this test, though, I was trying to figure out how to apply for it, and you can't. The only way you can apply is by going to one of the official testing locations, which is
Right.
usually Juku,
Mm-hmm.
and signing up. Like, you have to go there physically, go
Or
to the Juku,
physically
sign
and
up,
sign up.
pay the money, and then you also go to that same Juku when you take the test.
Right.
You can't sign up online. You have to call them up. Hey, I'd like to come and sign up for the test.
Right.
And they'll be like, all right, when can you come? You go, you sign up, and then they'll give you a login to access the little thing online, the little
Right.
materials that you can study.
And you have to log in for the materials where you can study.
So you can study, yeah.
I see.
And so otherwise you can't use the materials. So I was just gonna like study the materials because it seemed interesting, but you can't get access to the materials until you sign up for the test, which requires you to go to the Juku. And I was like, this is a lot of steps.
That's bothersome.
But in the Juku's in Saga City, which is about an hour from here. So
An hour
but
from here.
I had to go to Saga for something. Can't remember what it was. And I was like, since I'm here, where's the Juku
You
at?
can do it. Yeah.
I went and found it and got it.
Any Juku works, or you have to go to like associated kind of Juku?
Like, you can go to the Mojiken website and
see.
they'll tell you
where,
which Juku that they have. I was like, it was a lot of steps, unnecessary steps that I don't even know why I took, but
I feel like
took them, and here I am.
That's like the definition of Japan is a lot of unnecessary steps. Like, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. As an Italian, I should not be able to say this, because Italy basically invented the concept of a lot of useless steps. But I feel like here as well that they love like the procedures, and just you have to do the pre-entry to do the entry to be able to apply. Just 3 times. Just send your stuff and you apply. No. You have to do the pre-selection for the selection for the real thing that will lead you up to the.
Yeah.
It's like, man, just cut it. Just don't waste people time. No. They like to have things like their Excel files printed well and everything. That's not bad. That's not bad. Like it's the German way of doing things, but sometimes it's like you can cut one passage and it's not gonna be bad. I feel it's not
Ideally,
bad.
right? But
Ideal.
this is
Yeah.
Nihon.
You know.
This is Nihon.
At least
It's
it's efficient. The thing is that they have a lot of steps, but if you go through those steps, you won't have problems. Things will eventually
yeah,
come out. So you will
yeah, yeah, yeah.
concretize at the end. As whether in Italy you have a lot of steps, but it's like a maze. You never know if you can get out from those steps and get to the goal of like getting what you need.
Uh,
Like, which is
exactly.
also nice because you can bypass a lot of stuff. So yeah, I didn't know. Oh well, you're here, so we can do it, and then do it. Whether here it's not like, hey, I have to ask my supervisor if no, that's not the
Mm.
correct procedure. So you have to go back to the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, Japan.
Oh, Japan.
Actually,
We love it.
speaking of
We love it.
which, one more life update is
Oh,
I should be taking my test to get my license soon. Get
license.
my driver's license.
Oh, wait, you're driving without a driving license.
I have an international driver license, but
Oh, I
after
see.
I need to get a proper Japanese driver license.
I see, I see.
Like after a while, like after a year, that
Hmm.
driver's license will be null and void. So
Oh, I see.
uh,
And you cannot renew it.
no.
Mm.
If I have to be in the United States to get another international driver's license. And
Mm.
since I
Oh,
won't be in the
because
United States to get it,
your
uh,
American driving license is gonna be over, so you have to do a driving license. I see. That's
that's
the
true.
pattern.
Yes. So
I
so
see.
my
Okay.
my actual American driver's license, I can renew that without being in the States.
Right.
I have to get my mom to do it for me, but
Right.
get her to do it, and then she send it to me.
I see.
Because the address on my driver's license is my mom's address, so uh,
So she can do it.
she can do it, and she can just send it to me.
Mm.
However, my international driver's license was made using my current driver's license, so
Oh,
uh, the expiration date is in not March, May or June.
22?
So 22.
Oh,
So it's coming up. So I have to get in there and
move.
get my
Yeah.
Japanese driver's license. So then once I get it,
Mm.
I won't be good. But the reason I mention it is because to get your license get made into Japanese, there's so many documents that you need. You need you need at
I
least
can tell. Yeah.
nine different documents. And
Yeah.
so the first one that you need is you need to have your license of your country,
License.
obviously.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
original
you need to
one.
have a
Yeah.
license.
Of course.
Fair enough. Cool. Um, you need to have an international driver's license.
All
You
right.
have that as
Okay.
well.
Fair.
Got it. Cool. You need to have your American license translated into Japanese. But
Okay.
even
But
if you're a professional translator, you can't
uh,
translate it. You have to get
yourself.
a third party to translate it. So
So
you
you
have to send it
pay.
off. Yeah, you have to pay. Send it off to someone to translate it, and then send it
Yeah.
back to you.
Yeah.
And then you have the translated one.
Yeah.
Um, you need to have a Juminhyo, so basically,
Right.
that states
Residence.
proof of residency and that you're actually American. You know, if you have an American driver's license,
Right.
because it has your nationality and stuff on it.
Right.
Um, the pictures,
Yeah.
pictures for your
They love
license.
pictures.
I think that's 5, 6. You need pictures, Juminhyo. You need the license, translated license. You need proof. What you need your passport. Let's go ahead and get
Mm.
that out the way. Passport, Zaidu Kago. Those are
Right.
most definitely.
Okay.
And then you need proof that you spent 3 months in the country after your license was renewed. Yeah. So my American license was renewed in 2018, and it
Okay.
expires this year. So
Okay.
I need to show them proof that I was in the United States for 3 months, for 90 days, somewhere in between then and now.
Wow.
And yeah.
And also, of course, you have to translate any type of documents that you provide them. Because they want the documents, right?
I thought that as well. But no, they don't. They just need to be able to see the date. And if they can see it says August 8th and then the year, then they can
fine.
and then they can figure it out from there. So what I did is I asked to get like a proof of employment from a job that I worked at.
Yeah.
And that took 3 weeks to get from the States to here, 3.5 weeks, so basically a month. Away, and I finally got that. And now that I have
so you can drive.
I can finally go and turn in my documents to schedule a test.
Oh, because you have to take the test.
Schedule my test. I have to take the written test and the driving test.
You have to take the written test?
I have to take a written test as well. But they have an English version, so it's good.
Nice.
It's good. I thought I would just be able to like drive and be done, but they're like, nope, you got to. Apparently, according to the AOT, who was he's been here for about 2 years. He did it already. It's only 10 questions. I think it's since we already have our license and stuff, we know the rules of the road. It's just learning the Japanese rules of the road. It's common sense for the most part.
It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
And
it's only the crossing. It's the only part is a little bit difficult because they don't have like how do you say signals. They just the way they cross. But maybe you don't have roundabouts in America, or you do?
We
do.
Yeah, those circly things. Yeah.
Yeah, circly thing. Yeah.
Well, I think the main thing that's going to be is different about the Japanese, like driving in Japan, are the signs. Like the sign for no parking, like you can't park here, is a blue sign with a red line, a red circle, and a line through it.
Yeah, like in Europe.
Oh, is it the same? In America, it just says do not park here. It says do not park. It's a white sign with letters saying do not park.
No parking. But you have because we have in Europe we have like 2 circle signs. One which is a red circle with a slash, and a blue one is you cannot park. So, for example, in a narrow road, if you park there, you like impeding the traffic, so they're gonna take away your car. And you have the double cross, the same format, red with a double cross and the blue screen, blue font, and that means that you cannot stop the car. So if you stop the car and the police coming, then you're gonna get an amends, because same reasons you cannot stop the car. So yeah, I think this just America is different.
America's very different. It's so no parking it says no parking.
No parking.
And then it tells you like a time in which you can't park. Usually there's like especially like if you're like downtown in the big city, a lot of people like park there for work, so you can't really park in those spaces. No parking. Like there are no like there are plenty of signs that don't have words on them.
I see.
So like one is that like the arrow, like anytime that's telling you like to go a certain way, like arrows, you have the arrows. We have a do not enter sign, but it's like a triangle.
With do not enter written in.
It has do not enter on the inside though. Now that I think about it. Whenever you cross a railroad though, It's like
Right.
a yellow sign with
Across.
a black X. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Has R on it for railroad.
I see.
Yeah, I think most of our signs do have some type of
Words.
like
Right.
word on them. It's interesting now that I think about it. But like Japan, yeah, there's not a lot of those kind
Yeah.
of signs. Probably in Europe, maybe America's just the strange one.
Probably in Europe you don't have a lot of written words except for stop, which is I think it's international. Here they have tomare, but in Europe it's six borders is a hectagon.
Oh yeah, hectagon. Yeah.
Hectagon, yeah. Whether here
Oh,
they have like the triangle,
yeah.
hexagon.
Hexagon, yeah.
Yeah, I messed up. You know, my Greek is not really on top.
Like
Yeah.
English has borrows from so many different languages. I don't know what's what anymore. I don't know what's from Latin. I don't know what's from
Yeah.
Greek. I don't know what's from French. I don't know what's from German.
Yeah.
It's
Because sometimes what comes from French also used to come from Latin or Greek. So we have like this roundabout where circular thing of words just doing the round trip.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
The circle thing indeed.
Here they have like the triangle pointing toward the ground. But outside of that, we don't have a lot of, like in Europe, we don't have a lot of written things. Maybe attention, for example, when you have like special, so for example, boulders, you have the picture. We work a lot with pictures actually. So boulders, for example, or animals crossing, for example. And sometimes you have to learn it, for example, like like if you have like a red circle on white base or on blue base, or like also like written numbers within, you have you have to learn the language. It's really a proper language that you have to master to be able to drive. But it's gonna be fine.
Exactly.
Going back to the exam, it's gonna be fine. If you're already
No,
ready.
no, exactly. If I'm already driving, I've figured out what most of the signs mean. And it's more like the actual driving test that I'm worried about because
Right.
sure, I can drive fine, it's great. But I don't know if I drive, to Japanese
Correctly.
standards and drive correctly. And like I follow all the rules that I've learned,
Right.
use your blinkers, they like, especially if stay at least a car length behind, don't get too close, they might break, those kind of things.
Yeah.
Make sure you're using your mirrors, seat belts on, this is normal common sense stuff.
Yeah.
But the ALT who's here, he took the actual driving portion of the test
Right.
5 times.
Maybe he's the one not really good at driving. Probably.
Maybe. He said he took it 5 because like apparently he drove in the States as well.
Right.
But it's like there are some certain little things in Japan, and if you mess up once, you fail the test.
Oh, you have one error. Like
one error,
shot.
and like sometimes he would, like they simulate some of like those narrow roads that they have, and they have like on the edge, they have like this little drop. So if you go too far, the car goes to do.
That's out.
He did that a couple times, and that's game over. That's test over.
I see. Be careful.
Yeah. I've driven on the roads already, and I'm like, shit. Like some of them are, I don't know how they do it. Like every time I turn, I'm like, can I make it? Can I make it? That looks tight. But then my car just goes right into it, and I'm like, oh.
Nice. Yeah, but I feel like for having I rode with a lot of people here in Japan, like Japanese people, and I feel like the way they ride is pretty normal, except for the fact that they ride the opposite way, so they ride from the left. But outside of that, think probably the worst part, as I was saying before, was the crossing, because there is a way, like it is not natural, at least in Europe, to stop the car in the middle of a crossing to let people go over. That's why we have a lot of roundabouts.
Okay,
So
okay.
basically, I don't know for the rest of Europe, but France and Italy, you almost never end up in the crossing section. And if there is a crossing section, there is like 2 or 3 times like the signals. They are separated in maybe 2 or 3 times. So there is not almost, at least hardly ever, a moment where you're stopping because you have to let people cross this direction.
I see.
So yeah, the first time that they stopped the car in the middle of the cross section, I was like, "What are you doing?" It's like, yeah, the cars are coming. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. That's still unnatural to me, but makes totally sense.
In the States, like the pedestrians have the right of way.
Yeah,
So
of course, yeah.
yeah. So if
You don't
if
want to
there's
kill
a
them.
pedestrian, you stop. That's
Yeah.
just the no matter where you're at, just
In Europe,
stop.
if they don't cross on the section, you're allowed to run over them. You're not allowed to kill them though. You just leave it. No, I'm just kidding.
Pop.
Yeah.
Just knock them out a little bit. Rough them up. Rough them up.
I think maybe in some countries like where the road is a little bit more of a savage conception, it's a little bit more like dangerous. It's a little bit hazard.
Oh no. Yeah, maybe places like Thailand. Thailand is wild. Like the
I
streets in
don't yeah
Thailand.
don't want to road them. India also like they have like
Yeah.
this almost look like Naples. When you see Naples, and remember once I was in I think the worst. I was not driving, but once we went in Palermo, which is in Sicilia, in southern Italy, and it was like the worst 50 minutes of my life, just getting into the port and getting out of the city. I was like co-pilot, so I was telling my mother where she had to go, and I not kidding, it was looking like a war, like a war zone. Is cars going in every directions and just doubling where they cannot do it. It's like you have like two ways this way and 2 ways coming, right? So you have this kind of usually there's 2 cars and 2 cars max at one time, 4, right? 2 coming and 2 going. I saw 5 or 6 like at the same time, just crossing and just going on the other board, and then just, and of course you see almost virtually all cars have some kind of like damages because they at some point they got hit or they hit someone. And they were saying like there is a popular saying is that when you are at the crossing, who's the one crossing first? Usually you would say the one on the right, so the one who has the right open. No, it's like who has the least to lose from crossing? That's the one who's going first. Yeah. So if you have like an old car and you have a Ferrari, the Ferrari is gonna stop and gonna let you pass because you have nothing to lose anymore.
Fair enough.
Like philosophy of Sicily.
This is in Naples, you said?
No, in Sicily.
Sicily car. Okay.
Yeah. But Naples is pretty much the same. Like it's just in Naples they used to go with the red, because if you stop at the red, like the other cars is coming, but they're not gonna stop at the red. So when it's red, you go, and when it's green, you stop because the other cars didn't respect it. This weird inversion of stuff. Yeah. But apparently the place I'm living here in Aichi Prefecture, in nearby Nagoya, apparently it's the most dangerous place in Japan for driving. Like,
really?
Yeah. It's the place where the most accidents. So the accidents is the most important, and they really drive like. Sometimes I feel like I'm in Italy. I feel feels good, good memories. But I kidding you not, I was almost run over at least twice since I'm
Okay.
here. Yeah, that is why now, because to go shopping, I mean to go groceries, I have to take a road that is really narrow, and people are just going like really really fast. So now I take a detour, which is like 3 or 4 minutes longer, but at least I don't have to constantly worry for my life. But yeah, that's crazy. They go so fast, and they don't care. Like they just, I don't know. They in a hurry. I don't know.
No, Saga. Apparently, Saga is also it's the driving is very unique,
Yeah,
very unique.
particular, peculiar.
In in especially in the Naka, like where
Mm,
I'm living,
yeah,
a lot of people just like to stop in the middle of the street, like
really.
no matter where, like they'll
Just
just
stop.
stop, like they'll just stop and
Mm,
throwing the hazards. They'll throw in the hazards, let you know they're there,
yeah, the kind.
but they're even if it's in a no parking zone, I'm like I could have
They
sworn I
don't
saw the
care.
no parking sign. What you just stop right here.
Right.
I don't think it's legal, but and yeah, it's like there's like a meme within
Mm,
like the Saga Jets,
the saga.
you know,
Yeah.
like yeah, there's like uh like they like one of them's like you know you've really made it when you
Mm,
stop in the middle of the street
and you don't
and
care.
don't give and don't care. It don't you really got used to living in
Right.
Saga when
Uh,
you just pull over. You don't even find anywhere to park. You just pull over and oop,
why not?
and then go. Yeah, you're going about your day. Like
Mm,
and what's crazy, I didn't believe it, but I see it every day now. Like it's just
right. You
they
just
I'm
put
just like,
attention to it. Yeah.
all right, cool. What am I gonna say?
Mm, that's usually it's like a old person, like just
Yeah,
stopping in a really I don't give a shit kind of attitude. Yeah.
a
But
lot of
it's
them
also like,
they're on their phone. They'll be like, they'll
oh,
stop and they'll be like, I'm like,
why not?
I mean,
Why not?
it's I guess it's better than driving and looking at your
Yeah,
phone, but
definitely.
like in the middle of the street though, like I mean,
That's still
they
a
need you there.
nuisance, so yeah, it's
They
annoying.
don't care. They don't care in Saga.
I
They
mean,
said go around.
it's the countryside, so it's a different way. Like
It is
they
a
don't live with the same pace. Like of I have to go there, I have to speed. They're more like cool, relaxed, and they go into another.
no. That's
Mm,
exactly. Yeah, I think that's right. That's true. That's true.
yeah.
Like
All right.
it's crazy.
Well, that
Yes.
was really interesting. So what about we try to record number 3 in, let's say, within 2 weeks? What do you think about
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. That sounds good to me. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. In 2 weeks.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
figure it out afterwards. But
I don't have any like plans in particular.
yeah,
So
because I'm going to Tokyo next week for doing the job fairs and everything, like some interviews and everything.
uh,
Yeah.
my
So
man's is out
each
here
one will, yeah.
really out
I
here
bought a
doing job
suit. It
hunting.
was a super expensive suit just for doing interviews. Yeah, I was like my first real suits, and I was like, yeah, I own a suit. Like, who would have thought it? Right?
And
God,
he's
I
like,
have a
hey,
suit. Yeah,
he's getting
it's
serious.
getting it. It's getting it. Yeah. I have to. I
Getting
have to.
serious. I
Yeah, and we
I
have
don't
to
know
ask our
when, but
audience also. Yeah, no, go on.
oh
Sorry.
yeah, no. I'll probably be heading up to Fukuoka to
Oh,
see some
nice.
friends. I might see Lisa.
Oh,
So I think
she's still
she's
in Fukuoka.
still in Fukuoka, but I think she's leaving this month. Like
Oh,
I went to Fukuoka a couple of months ago,
right.
and to see a friend who came to my college
Mm,
in
I
America.
see it.
She lives in
Yeah,
Fukuoka, and so I went to see her, and I saw Ippei Senpai as well.
nice.
Um,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
when I came back, Lisa had messaged me. She was like, "Oh,
We
you
should
came to
meet.
Fukuoka?"
Mm,
Yeah. She's like, "Yeah, well, I'm still here until March,
I
so
see.
I'll probably hit her up and see
Yeah,
what
see if she's
her
still
schedule
there.
is like."
I see.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Um,
Mm,
so
I
yeah,
see.
it's gonna So, but I
Nice.
don't know when that's gonna be. But it'll probably it shouldn't interfere with anything,
Yeah, but I
honestly.
mean, we can arrange it. Like, it's not like we're on a schedule. People pretend
Yeah, yeah,
that we
yeah.
put out stuff yet. So yeah, we have to ask for the feedback for the people, for the few people that listen to this new episode, if they prefer like the old version, which is really well edited out, or a more like rough feeling with the seeing our faces. So put a comment below. Like, we're doing it professionally.
At some point, we'll be able to get it on Spotify and whatnot. And so, if
Yeah, yeah.
you really don't like our faces, you can just listen to us on Spotify.
Definitely, yeah. It's gonna come. It's gonna come now that like we're gonna settle things, and as soon as I have some time free, I
Oh
can
yeah.
wrap it up.
Hey,
As
you're a busy man. You're a busy man
yeah,
out here
I do. I
doing
am.
making a
But
job, my
yeah, I
guy.
want to do it. Like I want really to learn how to do podcasts and everything, and hopefully we can find some nice microphones so that the audio quality is good as well.
I need to get some. I need to get some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You could. We have to learn how to podcast before gearing up to do podcast, right?
Shoot. I still need to get a laptop.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's
It
coming
is
really,
coming.
really soon. I mean, I got my laptop at least, but that's a step forward. But the
Hey,
microphone is gonna wait a little bit.
baby steps,
All
baby
right.
steps.
So let's wrap it up for now, I think.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go
Yeah.
ahead.
I mean, this time was a little bit of getting back into gearing up since we
yeah,
recorded last time was, but from the next time we're gonna talk about more specific topic, hopefully. So we will have some more informative as well. So this time was like getting back into speaking to the camera and everything. So yeah, looking forward for the episode 3, which we won't decide the topic yet. So this is gonna be a
yeah.
surprise. Nice
Ooh,
surprise. Ooh. But we have a lot of things.
mysterious.
Yeah. We have a lot of things to talk about yet. So looking forward to it.
Oh
Right.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's gonna. Yeah. Hopefully
yeah.
the next time we get on here, I'll have scheduled
Have a laptop.
my driver's license, and I'll have a laptop.
Oh, right.
I'll have a camera as well. I'll talk about
Nice.
that later. I have a
Damn.
camera as well, and
I should
uh,
fancy myself a
I
camera
should
as well. I will try to
I
do a
should
live.
also have some extra flaming hot Cheetos because I bought some. Because
Yay.
I haven't had none in about 5 months. So I was like, you know
Are you
what? I
missing
think it's
them?
about time. I think it's about
Right.
time. During my
Makes
college
sense.
days, I could never think of buying a bag of hot Cheetos online,
Right.
mainly because one bag is like $10. Um,
Whoa.
but
That's
yeah, whoa,
expensive.
it's very expensive. Normally a bag is about 450,
Right.
maybe about five,
Uh-huh.
like basically $5. So it's twice that. Uh,
Right.
when I was studying abroad, I was broke. I would never spend 100 yen
Just
on a bag of
noble.
chips.
Yeah.
No, but
Just for rich people.
however, now I have a stable job at the shack show, and
You can afford a
uh,
bag of hot Cheetos from time to time.
yeah, I can afford some hot Cheetos. Like it's
Right.
a
Not
beautiful
bad.
thing. It's a beautiful
From the
thing. Like,
from the American perspective, it's like, well, you have some low goals, but you have no idea how much expensive it is. So yeah,
woo!
I feel you. I mean, I have the same with the cheese, like the Parmesan cheese, the real Parmigiano cheese. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that I cannot live without. So I can feel your love for hot Cheetos. I can understand. I
So do
totally relate
you
to it.
do you like actually just buy
No,
it from, or where
no,
where do
no,
you get
no.
it?
There is Costco.
Oh.
Big cheese, like, because if you buy it here, you can buy really a small amount for a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah,
Costco,
yeah.
it's about the same price as you can buy in Europe, so it's a little
Hmm.
bit better. Yeah, yeah, it's still expensive, but at least it's not brutally expensive.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, no. I get it. I get it. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So with this kind nice touchy, it's like the omake. It's like bonus what we like to import and fancy ourselves here that we miss. Alrighty, so we bid you farewell, good night, good evening, and good morning if you were listening to us in the morning. And see you really soon with episode 3, which is gonna be uploaded really soon. It's not gonna take another 2 months, so trust us on that. Bye.
Peace.